Hi, this is Cardina with cardinaskitchen.com and easyveggiemealplans.com. And today I'm going to show you a really awesome breakfast that I created. And I love this because I grew up eating granola. I love granola. It was one of my favorite cereals along with Captain Crunch cereal. And one thing I didn't know about granola was that it had such a high sugar content of all cereals. So one thing, it was very dense in calories and it was high in sugar. So it was a double whammy. And I mean, I ate this all the way up into high school, so that was probably one of the reasons I was also gaining lots of weight at that time too. So now I've created a raw granola, which is great because it's made with sprouted sunflower seeds. So it's high in nutrients, high in fiber, bioavailable nutrients, and it's not really dense in carbs. So you don't have that real dense carb from the oatmeal. And it's a more natural sugar, and it's not coated with sugar like the traditional granola. So let's get started. And by the way, this is also in my vegetarian weight loss diet, the 90-day food plan. And that book is at easyveggiemealplans.com. So you can find it there. And today I'm going to make this recipe probably about 4 servings or 5 servings worth, because I like to do a bulk amount at one time. In the Easy Veggie Meal Plan, it will actually be portioned out for the right, have the right calories, protein, carbs, and fat for male and female. And so I'm going to do about 4 to 5 servings of the female portion. But if you go to the blog site, cardinaskitchen.com, I will put the portions on there for one particular serving. So that'll all be there for you. So let's get started. So I'm going to start with the sunflower seeds. And I actually soaked sunflower seeds in this particular glass container. I just drained off the water. So these have been soaked in water. They're raw, organic sunflower seeds. They've been soaked in water for about 12 hours. So we're going to start with sunflower seeds. And we're going to do 1/3 of a cup for females. And I'm just going to load it in here. A lot more. We'll use a lot. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it once and have it last. Okay, good. So we got the sunflower seeds. And the other main ingredient is going to be raspberries. So for the females portion for breakfast, it's going to be 1/2 cup of raspberries. So I just throw these in here. Sometimes I use frozen depending on the season. So right now I have frozen raspberries. It's inexpensive in the winter time. Or I shouldn't say inexpensive, but it's less expensive than fresh. And then we have flax seeds. Typically you would soak your flax seeds overnight as well, and they get a little gelatinous. But right now I'm just using regular ones. And the gelatinous part of soaked sunflower seeds helps to stick everything together whenever you are making the granola, and in the last part of it you'll see. So, but this time we're just going to use regular flax seeds, brown flax seeds actually. Okay, and then we're going to use raisins. So let's see, for the flax seeds it's 1/2 tablespoon. For the raisins it's 2 tablespoons. I like to use a little bit of vanilla, and I use alcohol-free. That way, if you're baking, the alcohol, if you use vanilla with alcohol in it, the alcohol burns off. But if you're doing something raw, then you don't want the alcohol in there, because you might get a little weird flavor in it, alcohol flavor. So I'm just going to drizzle some in. And for the recipe, it's 1/3 teaspoon. Now we're going to do cinnamon. It's supposed to be about 1/3 teaspoon of cinnamon, and these are my measuring techniques. Oh yeah, okay, good. Okay, now we're going to do shredded coconut. So for the recipe, 1 serving is 1/2 tablespoon of shredded coconut. right here. So we're just gonna, again, we're just gonna pile it in. Hope I didn't put too much in there. And by the way, this is a food processor I'm using. And the blade that I have in here is the S-curve blade at the bottom. So I meant to tell you about that. So we'll chop everything up. You can do a dash of salt in here, and salt just brings out all the flavors. And I use a mineral salt, so Himalayan salt, or now they have Andes mountain salt, salt from the Andes mountains, or sea salt. Put a dash of that in there. We're going to use a little bit of agave nectar. For the recipe, it's 1 teaspoon. And here's my measuring techniques. Good. You can also use stevia, or you can use dates, or if you want a little bit more raisins, you can use raisins as well. And I think that is it. That's it. So, just blend it together. Now you still want it to be crunchy, chunky, but you want it to make chop the sunflower seeds and the raspberries and the coconut a little bit finer. Almost there. It is ready to go. So, can you see what that looks like? So you can see it's chunky, so just kind of think about what granola texture would be like. And that's about what you want to get with your sunflower seed, flaxseed fruit mixture. Now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get my dehydrator trays, and we're going to spatula it on there, and we're going to let it dry for about 12 hours, and it'll be ready to go. Okay, so now we have our tray. And this particular tray, it's a circular dehydrator, and there's several different ones. You can get an Excalibur dehydrator, which are more like cookie sheets. You can pull them out. This one has stacks of cylindrical trays. And so what we're going to do, take the mixture, bring it right out here onto the tray, and just start to flatten it, kind of move it around. And it's going to, when it dries, it's going to dry in clumps. So it'll be like granola that you're used to. There we go. So you get the idea of how this works. Okay. It will usually take me about 4 or 5 trays to get all my granola dried out. So once you get it on the trays, put a dehydrator. It can take anywhere from probably 12 to 24 hours to dry. Then once it's done, you can basically take a spatula and just scrape underneath it and loosen it up. Put it in a bag, seal it up, and store it in a dry area or in a cabinet. And it's easy to store for a good 2 weeks or so. And then you can pour some almond milk or hemp seed milk on it and have a really great cereal. The women's portion is about 340 calories, FYI, and the men's is going to be about 460 to 480. So I hope you enjoyed the granola cereal, and when you make it, let me know how it is. Let me know on cardinaskitchen.com how you liked it, and I look forward to seeing you or talking to you soon. Have a great day, and check out cardinaskitchen.com and easyveggiemealplans.com.